Have you ever wondered things like, when is my ACOS the highest during the day, or even the lowest? Does shopper behavior change over the weekend for my product? Historically, these questions have been really difficult to answer because the Amazon Ads console only deals in 24-hour buckets. With the release of their new hourly analytics API, however, third-party partners such as Adtomic are able to show hourly data. Now, currently this is only available for our elite users, and depending on when you're watching this, also a subset of our diamond users as we slowly roll out this new feature to all of our users. Here in the dashboard, you can see we have a brand new section called Campaign Performance. Now, this is where you'll see the new hourly data that I'm mentioning. It's defaulted by hour of day, because of course this is the best way to see the data. But if you're used to seeing things by day, you can go ahead and do that here. Now again, since we want to make best use of this new data, sorting by hour of day is the best, but you can also look at hour of weekday, or maybe you want to see day of week. Again, this is an account level overview, and it's defaulted to the past 60 days, and we're not looking at a particular campaign at the moment, we're just looking at the entire account. So if we look at this by hour of day, you can really see some trends here with the spend and the ACOS. As you hover over this, you can actually see the detail on each one of those. Now, what I like to look at is basically your sales and your ACOS as well to see if there's any patterns that are showing up and that might need to be addressed. See here, we've got an ACOS of 64%, which it looks to be the highest in this particular period, while sales are about $1,000. So we've got an ACOS spike here as well at 11 o'clock during the day. But historically, over the past 60 days worth of data, you can see that this is where it kind of goes on the higher end if you're looking at maybe reducing an ACOS. Now, the reason that we're looking at a 2-month period is by design. It's preset to 60 days because we do actually want you to look at your data in a longer term. Now, if we just look at the latest 60 days, the trends will adjust a little bit. We still do see a spike right here, but we also see a spike at 11 a.m. as well. Now, you could make decisions based on a shorter data set, but as with all things strategic for your PPC, we highly recommend that the more data that you look at, the better it's going to be for the results. Now, what are the results of this? Not only do we have a not only do we have the ability to show you the data on an hourly basis, but now you can actually do something in what's called schedules over here. Now, before I pop over there, I do want to recommend that you do drill down into campaign levels with this type of data, because you might see different trends when you're looking at a campaign level versus looking at an entire account. If we look down here below in the dashboard, we call out two different things that might also be of interest: your highest ACOS campaigns and highest spend targets. You can see right here that the highest ACOS campaign past 2 months is this sponsor brand video campaign. Now, this feature currently is only available for sponsor product campaigns, so we couldn't really do anything with our new schedules feature here, but we could do something here with this campaign as it is a sponsor product campaign. This is also only available in the US right now, or North America, I should say, before Amazon rolls that out into the rest of the country. So let's just keep this one in mind as we go over to our schedules section. So this is a new menu option that's available in the left-hand menu, and you can see kind of a similar result to what we were just looking at on the dashboard, but this is where you're going to actually be able to create what is called a Dayparting rule or Dayparting schedule. Okay, to create this schedule, we're going to go ahead and search for that one campaign that I mentioned, which was SC, single keyword campaign, exercise bike. See if it pulls up. And it was the workout bike. There we go. So for the past 60 days, this was the campaign that had the highest ACOS at that 64%. So you can see right here that spend is going up accordingly with the high ACOS. But for this one campaign, it looks like midnight to 2 p.m. or 1 p.m. being the spike is when the highest ACOS is happening for this particular campaign. So again, if you wanted to look at this by different levels, you could go ahead and change those here on either side, and it will show you the information depending on what kind of strategy or metrics you're looking to implement. But, you know, right now, all we're trying to do is affect the highest ACOS. So that does maintain itself between 12 a.m. and 2 p.m. here. So I'm going to go ahead and actually create a schedule for this one. And I'm going to pre-fill because I've only selected one particular campaign, and that's going to pre-fill that for me here. And I'm going to name it though. So what we want to do is name it by the type of product it is, which in this one is just exercise bike. And I'm going to go ahead and add the one keyword, workout bike, and the date. So you always want to make sure that you are adding dates into these rules or schedules so that you can then follow up on this at a later time. Whenever you're doing something like this, you want to check the result. So maybe in a month from now, I can see, did this Dayparting truly affect the spend for this particular campaign? So down here, we see the same graph as we saw before, and I'm just going to go ahead and make this start at 12 a.m. and end at 2 p.m. in the morning. So you can see it blocks it out visually that this is the time frame that we are actually going to go from an enabled status to paused. If I wanted to add more over here, if I saw maybe a larger ACOS spike over here, I could add a couple different ones by simply adding another period, and the campaigns would go off and on during that period. But for now, in this example, I'm just going to go ahead and do that one period, and it's going to start today, which is 10/6. And I'm not going to put an end date. If this is maybe something that you think is a seasonal schedule that you're trying to create around your Dayparting, then you might want to go ahead and do that here. But I'm going to put, I'm just going to leave it on never expire. The other thing that you can also do that I forgot to mention is just look at the different days of the week. So if you only wanted to do this on certain days, you can go ahead and check that off, and it recalibrates the results for you. All right. So, but for the sake of this demo, I'm going to go ahead and just include all the days of the week so we can see the full trends. And I'm going to go ahead and click next. And the next screen that you will see is an overview of what you're creating, the title, which includes the date, and then the particular adjustment that's going to be made from enabled to paused. And the schedule is now launched. So this is something that, again, you're going to want to drill down to into, I suggest at a campaign level, and make these schedules by product. If you have a lot of different campaigns, then maybe some of these are not performing well at certain times or the same times, but best practice is still to look at these on a campaign level and only use it at an hour blocks or maybe a couple hours of blocks during the day.
Anh chị đang bán hàng trên Amazon. Skybox cung cấp các dịch vụ dành cho các nhà bán hàng trên Amazon với mức giá cực kỳ ưu đãi như đăng ký brand với USBTO, từ HELIUM10, từ trên Scout, logistics và warehouse. Xem thêm thông tin chi tiết dưới phần mô tả nhé.